Hi y'all. Oh, I'm just leaving work. It's been a good day. It's been kind of a long day. Started early this morning, got my workout in. Me and Savannah got our workout in, and it was good. It was tiring, but it was good. And had to rush home and get myself ready for work, and I was gonna go out to dinner. We were all gonna go out to dinner because Savannah and Curtis are off today. And I was sitting here looking at my money at my bank account, and I'm like, I cannot spend any more money. Luckily I get paid tomorrow, and I'm still gonna be broke because I got lots of bills to pay. I feel like I'm sitting really low. Raise up a little bit. That might be a little better. And then I'm sitting. I have a big calendar at work, and I write all of my bills, and I watch every penny. I really do. I work part-time. I make good money at the post office, but working part-time, it's not enough. So I do not need to go out to eat. I have some ground turkey at home. I got another sweet potato, have some cottage cheese with my sweet potato. I'm hoping I have some avocado, but I don't know if I do or not. But if not, I'll just kind of mix the sweet potatoes and the ground turkey together and make a big mess. Have lots of protein. I really haven't eaten enough today. I know I haven't, which is okay. I mean, it's not an everyday thing. But leaving my office here, I take my mail from here and I go to the bigger post office down the road, and that's where the mail truck picks up my stuff, because the mail truck doesn't come to this little post office. It's just not worth the trip for them, I guess. So I got like buku. People bring me egg cartons at work because I know I have chickens and I sell eggs and such. And there's my friend that lives across the street. So they all bring me their egg cartons. Make sure nobody pulls out here and hits me. And so I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna fill up all, I have probably 6 here, and then I probably have some more at home. But I'm gonna go home and fill these egg cartons up and try to get rid of some of the eggs I have, because I have so many eggs. And there's several people here at work that will buy them from me. So, and I know I don't sell them I sell them for $4 a dozen. Some people go ahead and throw in an extra $1 for me. I think they feel sorry for me. So they'll throw in an extra $1 for me. So hopefully I can sell a few dozen. I don't like them to go to waste, obviously. I want to sell them if I can. I'm down low again. Hold on a second. There we go. Yeah, so I try to sell as many as I can. We're not eating that many eggs right now. I've been eating a lot of egg whites. I need to get back to cooking eggs for everybody. Like, I should just make up a bunch of scrambled eggs. It's almost like nobody's really eating breakfast too much anymore. It's like I eat my cottage cheese, and then my daughter would eat the eggs if I would fix them. And I don't know if my son-in-law would eat them. He might eat them when he's home. He on his work days, he's up and at them before 5 o'clock in the morning. I think he leaves about 4:45 in the morning. So he doesn't really eat breakfast. And then my husband is gone sometimes. And when he's home, he's just been eating cottage cheese. But I think if I fixed them, they would probably be eaten. I just need to fix them. Go ahead and fix them. Or I can hard boil them. Or make egg salad. Egg salad goes really good too. So I'll probably make some egg salad. That's a good idea. Glad I of that. So I'm gonna drop my mail off, and then I'm gonna head home and make my dinner. I actually don't feel too hungry. I'm not sure why. It'll probably hit me here in a couple hours. I feel a little tired today. For some reason, my eyes have been like, I feel like I have allergies in my eyes or something. Like they've been kind of a little red and itchy. I don't know why. What is this person doing? What are you doing? Pick a parking spot. You can do it. Okay. I guess not. So I'm gonna run this mail in. Be right back. Okay. Okay. People are funny. I don't know what that person's doing in this car, but we're not all the way in the parking spot. I'm just kind of sticking out there. I don't know what they're doing. I think it was last year. I was actually hitting this parking lot, not personally, but my car. I was in the car. My guy just pulled out and just ran into the back of my car. Luckily, he had insurance. I was able to get it fixed. Gosh, that person. But anyway, I'll have a couple hours to myself. I told the kids, I said, go ahead and go get something to eat and have a good time together, because they're both off today, so they can enjoy their evening together. So I'll catch up with you when I get home. Got one sweet potato. It's a small sweet potato, so where are my peelers at? I'll be taking care of the whole thing. Usually I eat a half of a sweet potato, but since it's small, I'm gonna take care of the whole thing. I'm hungry. I'm getting hungry. So, it's quiet in the house, and hopefully the kids are having, I keep calling them kids, but to me they're kids, you know. My kids. Well, my kid and my kid-in-law. This is the stinky part of when you're hungry and you have to come home and prepare your food, because it's so easy just to pick something up or eat something a little less healthy, you know. But it's worth it. It's worth it once it's all made. My daughter took my mother-in-law to Walmart this morning, this afternoon. She doesn't get out much anymore. I can't find anything. Everything's in the dishwasher. She doesn't get out much anymore. Her mobility is not what it used to be, and she gets nervous. So she likes somebody to go with her. So Savannah went with her, and it was nice of her. The kids, when they're here, they help her out, and Curtis is real good about carrying her groceries in, or you know, if she has to go somewhere. Sometimes if he's home, he goes with her, like to the doctor or something. He's a sweetheart. He really is a sweetheart. We're thankful for him. I'm gonna cut these sweet potatoes small, that way maybe he'll cook a little faster. But yeah, you know, we're definitely blessed to have him. Him and my husband are like father and son. You know, my husband never had any boys, so and they're really so much alike that it's kind of weird. It's kind of funny. But yeah, it's kind of nice. What else? I have a bunch of home decor stuff. I was going to take it out and put it in the shed because it's not stuff I'm going to use probably ever unless I was to change things again. I'm hoping I'm never going to do that. It's too expensive and time consuming. I'm hoping I'm done. I like the way my house is right now, and I'm hoping I'm just done. So I was going to go take it out in the shed because I didn't really want to take it down to the thrift store because it's good stuff, and I don't want to just give it away if I could make a little money off of it. So I think I'm going to list everything and put it on Whatnot. This is not very much sweet potato, but it's plenty for me. And I'm going to see if I can do that. And what I'm going to do is my plan. On Whatnot, like, it's kind of like Poshmark where you kind of list everything, put everything in your store or whatever you want to call it. And then they have live shows, kind of like Poshmark. And I did that once on Poshmark. And because I had all these clothes that no longer fit me. And I thought, what better way to make a little extra money is to sell all of my clothes. I mean, you would not believe all the stuff I had. I mean, it was insane how much clothes I had. And I only had 2 people on there, and one of them was my mom, which I'm thankful for. But, like, I didn't sell hardly anything. I just sold a few things. And I thought that was way too much work for the little bit of money I got. It was way too much work. I was exhausted. It took forever to go through all the stuff. And I was on my feet the whole time trying to show stuff. And so my feet were hurting. It was too much. It was too much. I thought, I'm not doing that again. I'll take everything down to the thrift store before I'll do that again. And but this time I'm gonna list it, and it'll be easier because I can just kind of put everything out on the table, and then I'll just show stuff, and hopefully I'll have more than a couple people. I think, you know, the key is to kind of advertise your show, you know, at least a few days beforehand. That way people know that it's coming, and then they can save your show, and then they'll get notifications to, you know, that the show's going to start or whatever. And what am I looking for? Garlic. So I think I'm going to do that. I think maybe tonight I will actually get everything together and see what all I have and what all I think will sell. Because, you know, people usually are looking for specific things. Like right now, people like antiques, you know. Maybe that's just because that's what I'm looking at. I don't know that everybody likes that. But right now, I like the antiques and primitives and stuff like that. But I'm going to list everything, and I'm going to put good prices on stuff. And you can also start, like, say you're going to have dollar starts, or you're going to have $3 starts or whatever. And then you get people bidding on it if they want it. And then, of course, they get, like, I think it's like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, something like that to bid. And then, of course, whoever wins the, you know, has the higher bid, wins the item. And then they pay They pay shipping, and so you don't have to worry about, you know, shipping costs and all of that. Got my Dutch oven in here still. So I'm going to try to do that and see if I can at least sell what I have. And make a little extra money. So I'm going to do that. Today I did get something on Whatnot. It's like a primitive. And nothing ever looks like it does on This is what it looks like. It's just like a small runner. I don't know what I thought that it looked like. I mean, it's pretty. I'll put it on the table and I'll show you what it looks like. So give me what I have on here now, which is fine. So I'll change it out and see which one you like best. Okay, this is it. What do you think? Which one do you like best? I kind of actually like this. I like it better than the stars, I guess. It looks, to me, it looks more primitive. I mean, not that the stars didn't, but I need to refinish this, not refinish it, but I need to put some like polyurethane on the top of this table. But straighten it out a little bit. I kind of like it. I might change that out. I don't know. I have a little box that I think I'm going to refinish, and I might fill it full of stuff and then sit it on this. This is the little sheet that I put in this little sifter shelf box thing. I got this today. That came from Whatnot. But it's just like a little primitive sheep, and I thought it would look cute sitting in that little shelf, and I kind of do like it. I kind of do like it. I got so much stuff. This here, I don't. This needs to be changed. I'm not sure how I want to change it, but I want to change this out somehow. I don't know. My plan is to. I don't know. I'm thinking about selling this piano. I don't play that much anymore, and it just takes up so much room, and I need the room. I need a hutch so I don't have very many drawers in the kitchen, so I want a hutch that I can store things in, and it would go on this wall. But anyway, this skull, it's called a European mount is what it's called. But this was my first buck that I shot. I'm proud of him. I'm so proud. I will try to like put up a picture if I can figure it out. When I shot this, I was sitting in a stand, a blind, I guess you would say, and I had a 270 rifle, and that thing's got a pretty good kick to it. And I saw the buck, and I was like, I wasn't paying attention to where I was holding my gun, and I wasn't paying attention to where I was holding, how close the scope was to my face. And so I'm looking, and I got the gun about right here, and that buck looked up at me, and my first thought was, he's gonna run, so I gotta shoot him. And he was facing me. Normally you want to hit him in like above the shoulder, but since he was facing me, the only real kill shot I had was to get him in his neck, because I didn't want to just wound him. I wanted him to drop, I shot him right in the neck, and when I shot, that scope come back and cracked me right in the bone of my nose. And you want to talk about some pain? That was insane pain. It kind of knocked me silly for a minute, because I was like stunned. I wasn't sure what had happened. I was like, what was that? And all of a sudden I felt the cold, the blood. I felt the wetness. That's what I felt. And I was like, oh no. And then my husband, he was hunting at a little distance from me. A pretty good distance from me, actually. And I looked back over to see if I saw him drop. I thought, okay, I got him. Now I need to take care of me. So I texted my husband. I said, the only thing I could text him was, come to me. So, because he knew where I was. So he got on his four-wheeler, and I told him I was hurt. And that's all I said to him. And I guess he knew I was alive since I was texting him, but he got there in like 5 minutes, and Okay, once I kind of gained my composure, I got back on my four-wheeler, and my first thought was I got to sit near my deer, because if somebody comes out and sees that deer laying there, they might think they shot it or something. I don't know. So I got on my four-wheeler and I went over to where the deer was, and it was probably only maybe 40 yards from me, maybe. I got off of my four-wheeler and I started feeling kind of nauseous because it hurt so bad. It was making me sick. And then the blood. So I sat down on the ground right next to that deer. And I just looked at the deer and I was like, thank you. You know, I was so emotional and I was so happy. And then, like, a couple minutes later, my husband shows up and he comes down there and he sees me with the blood all over my face. And he's like, you're a beast. And I was like, I think my nose is broken. And the funny thing is, I already had like a bone that stuck out on this side of my nose. And it's just hereditary. My dad had the same little bone that sticks out here. Well, I hit it on the exact side I said, well, at least I'm even now. You know, I got a bone on both sides. But me and him picked that big boy up and we put him on the back of my I said, I am taking my deer on my four-wheeler. And it was fun getting him up there. And then we had a little trek back to the house. And I just held his antler kept hitting the tire of my four-wheeler. And yeah, we made it home. I was freezing cold. My hands were cold. I'm trying to hold on to the deer, trying to steer. And we get back and yeah, we pretty much process the deers ourselves instead of paying money to have. And then when you take them to have them processed, they waste a lot. Well, we try to use as much of it as we can. Yeah, so that I'm proud of him, and I'm going to keep that somewhere. It may not stay there, but I'm going to keep him somewhere. So that's that. But I'm proud of that, you know. And I had my first deer was a little doe that I shot. You know, I'm all about hunting, fishing, you know, killing your own food, is providing for yourself as much as possible, especially with the junk out there today. So, okay, I'm gonna start my my ground turkey. I'll be right back. baby fork. Okay. So this, I'm going to use some cottage cheese on here. If you don't like cottage cheese, you should still try it because it's so good with the sweet potatoes and the coldness. I think that's about a half cup. I love cottage cheese. Okay, so I got my cottage cheese, my sweet potatoes. That's about 4.3 ounces of sweet potatoes, about 2 ounces of avocado, and about, I don't know, it's probably 6 or 7 ounces of ground turkey, and that's like 99% fat-free turkey. Then I got this stuff. Probably need to heat this up, but I got this Primal Kitchen no soy teriyaki sauce. So I'm gonna probably need to heat this up a little bit, and then I'm gonna put this on my turkey. I think that'll be good. It's only 15 calories for 2 tablespoons. I think it says 2. I don't have my glasses on, of course. I can't see anything. I'm gonna heat this up because I don't want to put it on my cold, or on my, you know, on my hot food. So, pour me a little bit of tea. Hopefully that'll be enough. Oh gosh, it's boiling. It doesn't take long. Okay, so I'm just gonna pour this teriyaki over my ground turkey. I think that'll be yummy. Gosh. Primal Kitchen's a very good brand. They don't use any bad ingredients in anything. It's a little pricey, but like I said, pay now or pay later. So this is what we have. That's a lot of food, but it's a lot of protein, and it's very healthy. So, and I have a lot of calories that I have yet to eat. So I'm gonna eat, and watch, it's gonna fall. I'm gonna eat and change my clothes and maybe piddle around in the house a little bit, get some stuff done. So I hope y'all have a great evening. And I'm gonna enjoy my evening, and I will see you next time.